City. We just come from a live episode on plural marriages, kapa polygamous marriages, kapa. Yeah, we touched a little bit on polyamory. We touched a little bit on polyandry as well. But our queen, who was hosting, not hosting, was our guest, had a, she was educating us, or she has a series on plural marriages in terms of polygamy. She's an advocate, a businesswoman too, but yeah, she's of that lifestyle. So I just wanted us to catch up a little bit. We haven't caught up in a very long time. So yeah, I thought yeah, if there's not a lot of people, yeah, we're gonna cap this at like 15 minutes now. Yeah, but it's a random live. You can ask any question. You can ask what is it that we're doing here. We can ask how to use the cosmic pack, the Pata pack. But thank you for those who managed to get the Auset ebook, the season ebook, yeah, the season. To get the cosmic pack as well. For those, okay, we've only been getting the premium pack orders, so we give thanks. We really give thanks for those ones. But yeah, those are tools to basically help us align with the season that we would be in. And okay, I had asked earlier on how to use the cedar in the small plastic, right? So if you get the ebook, we go into more detail on it. It's only 55 South African rand. Yeah, you can send an email for the South African currency, but if you want an immediate delivery of your products, which is instantaneous, you can shop on our YouTube shop. I will add the link here as well. And yeah, it's a dollar rand exchange, so it's usually not quite stable at times, but it's not gonna be more than 65 bucks, I think, on that dollar rand exchange. But again, 55 so you can send an email or drop anything on social media. But I want us to talk about the things that were raised on the live that we had as well. Yeah, and maybe let me do this because we didn't have an intro episode. But I think we're not going to be having a lot of episodes per seasons because this is our third year running. So we will not be doing repetitive stuff. So we had an episode on the season with Botswana. And yeah, we just unpacked what the season of Auset is about. But I'll just go through the things that align us with the season, and it's a live episode. It's random, really. You can ask why the color, why the stone, why this, why that. But basically, we are in the season of Auset, and as you have witnessed, I think it was last week. Yes, last week, in South Africa, we had a public holiday dictated by Abelumbi. We had a public holiday called Human Rights Day, but actually, when we trace it, there's nothing human rights about it. So we had a beautiful episode on the Sharpeville massacre, what the actual day is actually about. So please go check that out if you have not seen that one. But very interesting thing that happens around the very same period. We know the week before, though, that we experienced the full moon eclipse, right? So there's always, when you're looking back into history, there's always crazy cosmic events that happen around your nanako ena ya Modimo mme. So the season that we're currently in is the season of Auset. It is the season of uNomkhubulwane. It is the season of Modimo mme. It is the season of the birther of the moon. It is the season, so not exactly the moon, we have corrected that going forward. It is the season of Tlatla Macholo, and I know with Basotho, who are from maybe a religious point of view, but we need to get out of that concept of gendering God or gendering creation, right? So we spoke on one of the episodes, I'm not too sure if it was the one with Ras Heru, if it was his direct episode, but we spoke about how Ra as a concept, right? Ra Masedo or God, right? It is we try to understand God from a human point of view. We know we're trying to get an understanding, but we don't understand that these are spiritual concepts that are actually very intricate. So when I say that Modimo Me or Set is still the healer, still Sekhmet, is still Neptet, in the ebook, I think I made that likening of Auset is also nepted, even though ki twin sister ya nepted, you know. Modimo me is also Modimo ntate, you know. The moon is the sun is the moon. Everything in creation works in unison, but we create these compartments just to be able to differentiate, you know. Okay, moya oling thing at this certain moment, it expresses itself in this kind of manner, you know. So everything is a source, is oneness, basically, right? So we are also part of that divine creation, you know, as above, so below. So the same chakra points that umhlaba has, the physical umhlaba, the physical earth has, you as a person, you also carry those chakra points or those energy points, you know. So that is why we get the likes of I and my colleagues would have chakra balancings or work with chakras or whatever it is, kapa ditho tsa mmele, you know. Even dingaka tsa rona, you know, haba phata, there is a balance of chakras, you know. Haba phata meba qaba, that is also some sort of balance of chakras, or strengthening you or your chakra points, you know. It's some sort of cleanse that does happen. We have Lego kids, I hope you are of age, but welcome Lego kid. We have Bonto again, Lihlahula, as they comment. But thank you so much. It's a random episode, really. You can ask whatever question that you want to ask, based on the space, based on the live that we had. Yeah, polygamy, you know, are you looking for Mam Cool? Are you looking for Mam Ngani? Whatever it is, random episode. But I just want us to cover the episode, yeah, Auset, because I know on Tuesday, you probably were waiting for it. But I thought, because it's our third year in, it's really aligned, and we had an episode with Botswana. So I'll just touch on Auset a little bit. Like I said, the cosmic event that happens is called the autumn equinox, and we have ceremonies around that period. So that is the time where actually autumn iqala nkateng, right? So if we're using calendar ya rona ya 12 months, we know that it is based mainly on the solar principle, right? Kapa, what is predominantly the masculine energy of creation, right? But do not say that the sun haina any femininity in it, right? Just as much as the moon, we say hore, it's for females or whatever it is, but there's still some masculinity in the divine femininity of the moon, if that makes sense, right? So everything occurs in creation like that, right? With that balance. So Luena, as a human being, you have that balance of energies, you know. Sometimes they're not exactly balanced or whatever it is, but you have those principles within yourself. You all have everything in you, you know. When we're looking at the zodiac system as well, you know, but you're an Aries, you're a Scorpio, you're this, you're that, you're that. You are all of that, you know, except that there's a higher frequency, yeah, what really aligns with you. You know, we have things like your life path number. And speaking of that, we have Jose Khadi Lefente, who does our numerology, and it's on discount. She said for 6 months. I'm not too sure. I might be putting words in her mouth, but for 6 months, your palm reading, your numerology, your dream interpretation, she does it for a minimum. So it's a minimum of 150 South African rand. So please do take advantage of that to find out how you navigate yourself in life, you know, to find out what is it that you're actually supposed to be doing, you know, how do you align with your higher self, how you align with your greater purpose. So please, so you only talk to people who share the same energy as you. I don't understand the question, my king. I don't understand the question. No, I talk to all people. I really talk to all people. But yes, like I'm saying, a random episode. So we have something called the autumn equinox. And as we spoke on our Sunday episode with Botswana, so equinox basically means the amount of night, daylight are the same, right? So the divine energies of creation in the masculine as well as the feminine are in balance. So there is the balance, the sun on the imaginary line, the equator. Yeah, exactly there in the middle, right? And then when the season of Auset starts, it has tipped over to the northern hemisphere. It is fully in the northern hemisphere. Even though I know this week in South Africa, we did experience a bit of the sun, but we know, remember I told you that prepare for the season of Auset, because since I've been observing this cosmic calendar, I have noticed that the time that's where the floods will be happening, you know, KZN, is the primal example that I think of, in Soweto yesterday, but it was flooding in other parts of Soweto, but I think we spoke also in a different episode that the world will always self-heal itself, in whatever manner, how we are treating the world is going to react, it's going to show in reflection to how it's treating us, so all these natural disasters is because we are not on par with nature, and on a platform here we speak that we are one with nature, that is why we refer to ourselves as part of the God unit, we say we are gods, especially in workspaces, we are gods, we kings and all of that. But this is now to look back and to have the synchronicity with nature, with more, with the cosmos, with everything that is an expression of creation or expression of God, whatever it is that you want to term it, so that is when our autumn starts, which leads us to the concept nomkhubulwane kapa modimo mme, right? So this is a time for us to go spiritually within, right? This is when hibernation starts. So now our bodies, right? We're not creating the separation per se. We are doing cleanses with our bodies, but this is where now umoya uhlukana nomzimba, basically in a metaphorical manner. But we know we still have our bodies. We still know that spirit and body work hand in hand. We know that the body itself, the physical body, nama ena, is also a part of the soul when you're going into the greater understanding of the content that we do on the space here, that the body itself is part of the soul, when we're speaking of the 9 parts of the soul, the body, this physical self as well is that too. So what we're going to be doing at the season now, so now we're going into a period where we are consecrating things, we are sanctifying things, we're making things holy, for lack of a better word, but it's a cleanser, so that now we're going to a period where we're getting spiritually more attuned, spiritually heightened, or spiritually more aligned. We see it with the cosmic events that are happening. And speaking of Indlovukazi yethu Auset, she's the goddess who's responsible for trances that would happen, So we spoke in previous years, Hore, got the season in, all right, when the hibernation starts. This is the actual correct time to go, well, if you want to be in resonance with nature, to go into ipehlo, so with some people, they don't physically go epehlo kapa lefehlo kapa initiation school, but for self as well, we know hore, we have terms. I don't like the term because I feel it's a bit the whole self-initiate movement, but where you are basically listening to the God in you, your solar plexus is heightened, the Heru self is heightened. You're basically listening to that, transitioning on this journey where you're also getting spiritually heightened. But I'll speak on the Pehlo situation just to get an understanding a little bit. So in this period, before Kanakoli Fehlong here, the trances that you would be experiencing, this is now because of Moya Onawa Auset Oling responsible, she's the goddess of trances. So there's a thing where there's a process that they do for you to find out what is the spirit that you are walking with, what is a sitwasa ini kahle kahle or ubani kahle kahle, who are we transitioning go this journey to. So this period starts now ka nomkhubulwane, we slowly detaching from things of the flesh that we've been doing. Remember we said that Ugeb is our last harvest of the year. Ugeb is Ugeb is gonna be the last season where we do flesh things, So if we divide our calendar if we're using the 12-month calendar, we know that the first calendar though was a lunar one, but we use the solar because it's a bit more consistent, right? We know okay, ka nako e itseng letsatsi is got extra heat or whatever it is, so we use the solar calendar, but it's not to discard the other cosmic bodies that form part of it. I'll just read the comments so far. KT Man has not answered me yet what he meant, but I only talk to people of the same energy. Vault ore ashe malegai ashe lekai morena. I can't read that other name, but I think it's the same T-Man. And then Vault again, Ariana Ubofile. Ubofile kaing morena, if you don't mind sharing. But like I said, it's a random episode, so please, even if we off ramp, just ask whatever question that you want to ask. But I'm going to revere the deity that we are, or the energy principle that is prevalent right now, which is Auset Warona. You can't see comments. Why, Pindi? Go to swipe, and then go to live. Yeah, to the live comments, I think. Oh, I see yours. Can you see your own comment? Yeah, but anyway, that's shout out to Pindi on the membership. Please do join for the nice perks that we have on the membership program. It only starts from, I think, is it $29? I'm not too sure. But yeah, when you check there, vault order kebeta tatana. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if Kiki Bofile that I'm thinking of. But yeah, it's a random episode. You can comment on that. But yes, to assist us in the season of Auset, we will speak on the things that align us with Auset. So we will treat this like our intro episode, yeah, Auset. So we know we do an 8 countdown. So our period, yeah, Auset starts from the 23rd of March up until the 23rd of April. And then the color of the season is maroon, hence Gogi and I were in the maroon color. And then the incense, yeah, the season is jasmine, right? Am I right? I think it's jasmine. And then the scent, yeah, the season is rose, so you can get those in incense form as well. And then the stone, yeah, the season is a carnelian stone, very, very important stone, one of my favorite ones, especially for those people who are doing maybe a sacral chakra cleanse, or you are doing you want to kill the soul ties, you know, in terms of sexual activity that you've had with other people. But it serves for different purposes as well. The carnelian stone, it's an orange stone. We get it also in shades of red. But we're going to speak on the orangish color for now. And then the tree of the season is the cedar tree. So very, very powerful tree. Those who probably live in old houses or older houses, you know that ebarenke Christmas tree. So that kind of tree. So it's an amazing multifaceted tree. We used it in the times of 2020, that sickness that was happening in 2020. So besides Bumklonyan and everything, that was one of the herbs that we're using to futa with it, to make tea with it. But it serves for different purposes. A pain reliever for women. It's great for the womb area as well, relieving menstrual cramps. For any pains, inflammation in the body, you can drink from the cedar tree. It makes amazing wood. It doesn't rot the wood yet. So for furnitures, for people who make furniture, absolutely use that one. And the animals that are associated is the female falcon. We spoke of the falcon in the time of Heru. The doves as well, and then as well as the swallows. So those are things that help us align better with the season. And the metal is the electrum metal. So it's one of these alloys. So it's a mixture of like gold and your silvers and your aluminium. But these were the first coins that were made by introducer, this currency situation, to have the physical shilo shaba instead of the bartering system. So those are the things that align us with the season Yaruna Ya Auset. Now the ceremonies that are involved in the season, in the book I speak extensively about it. Like I say, I'll repeat, it's only 55 ZAR for the ebook, so please do get the ebook. If you like what it is that we're doing, you can also super thanks us on this episode or whatever episode that you will be watching. What else? Yes. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so we do provide the cosmic packs if you want to get it from us. If you want to use the things that we're saying right now, you can buy them also for yourself as well. But just have that relationship, form that relationship with your inner beings, your guides, the universe. You know, have a little altar where you do your spiritual work. And I think it's very important that we get to learn how to listen to ourselves. So just practice, and if it's 10 minutes a day, have the practice of having quiet time, just listening to yourself. You know, how about Mameli Rosie? Listen to the Heru self in it. But yeah, we've expanded a lot on Auset Warona. And like I say, there's different representations of the deity, yeah, Auset Warona, and there's different representations of Moya Ona that we're speaking about. But in essence, it's one and the same thing. But right now, we are in the season on Haruja, the normal calendar. So it's supposed to be the Aries season, but actually it's the Libra season, right? Because of that polar relationship that we have down here in the south. We know that in the south now, they got autumn equinox, they're going into their new year, which is spring, right? So some Gogo mentioned on an event that we went to, that is why the financial year, April, right? Because now that is when but again the first year actually begins in the north. But we are trying to realign back to us as a people, right? And where the source of life is. Different scientists prove it. You don't have to rely on us as Black voices, because yeah, we know some of you guys only believe it only if they say it, right? But yeah, so south basically also means up when we going into the etymology, as well as the cliff of the word, hieroglyphic of the word itself. Ma'am, can we get more lives this seasons by yourself, not with other hosts? Okay, Gohi. Okay, I will do that. And do you want it as a live and not a pre-recorded? Okay, we'll do we'll do that. I think I've grown and I have all you guys to thank, honestly. I really do, for being so amazing and so patient, looking back to old episodes. I know I was ring and I'm trying to not cry. But thank you. I really appreciate you, all spiritual G's, whether it was a go, whether you are still religious, whether whatever, from different orientations and sexuality, in spirit, in whether or yeah, or Shakrahan, Rastafari, Mam Sebelet, whoever you are, thank you so much. All spiritual G's, as long as we are all here in love and light and we are learning. Yamkela is asking, hey, how to be live? My queen, do you want to go live on your platform so I can advise you on that, or do you want to be on a live with me? Yeah, so please advise on that one. Yeah, so that is the season of Auset and the ceremonies lives, but pre-recorded is also good. Okay, thank you, my queen. Thank you. I will I will do that. I'll do that. Yeah, but we give thanks to the hosts and the guests as well that also come to our platform. On Sunday, I think we're gonna have Khosi Khadi Lefente. Gogo Yamkela, we can definitely arrange. When do you want the live to be, my goddess? We can definitely do that. Yeah, so right now the settings don't allow me to add, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to add. Yeah, I can't add at the moment. Zukiswa just joined us now as well. Thank you so much. To those who've just joined us, it's a random episode. We touched on Auset, the season of Auset, because I know you guys are expecting a Tuesday episode, but like I'm saying, I'm trying to minimize, because we have over 350 episodes on this platform here, and yeah, it's stuff we've done before. But thank you so much. Good day. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to Bagazi. Haven't seen you in the longest as well. But yes, I think we are done on Auset. If anybody has a question on Auset, please do ask, or hold your peace for the next Auset episode that we will be doing. Yeah, I'll give it 10 seconds. If we don't have any questions, whether it's the color, how to patla, but yeah, so we have ceremonies, our Auset season, where we have what's called Islilos Nomkubulwane, the lamentation of Auset. But this goes back into the story, the story of Ra, or the story of Asa, right? Where now Asa, in this time it is said that he has, oh, Yamkele, you're a boy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, no problem. Okay, 11, you're a little bit young, but yeah, maybe when we have episodes when we have to do with the youngins, we'll do that. But I will definitely, you guys, I feel the children have a lot to teach us. Dumi just joined us, sort of looking good, Gogi. Thank you, Gogi. Is it Dumi from Bloom? Yes, I think. Which Dumi? Okay, I can't see. But thank you, Gogi. Thank you. But it looks like another Dumi as well. I'm not too sure which Dumi this is. But yeah, if you still don't have any questions on Auset. Oh, hi, Gogi. Hi, you look great. You look great in your picture there. But thank you so much, Gogi. Much love, my Anpu. But yes, it's a random episode, Gogi. Thank you for joining. We just crossed over from a live with Khosi Khadi, Tsolofelo Moagi. Okay, if you want to be on a live alone, okay, Yamkela, you need to ask your mommy to give you permission for YouTube. And then if you do have a channel, mommy will guide you. Just gonna press on the plus sign there, and then the prompts are gonna lead you. But We don't advocate social media for children. I personally, I don't like it in that way. A lot of predators around here. Yeah, but basically a story of Auset. This is when we spoke of the cosmic event where the sun now is leaving the southern hemisphere, going to the northern hemisphere. So that's why also in this period we'd experience a lot of rains. But one of our teachers was also saying that yeah, when we have like heavy rains like this, it's also another sign that the winters are gonna be so cold. So I think let us prepare for that, and then just want to touch on the comments that we had from the episode that we had with Gogo Tsolo earlier on. Ruta geography. Ke ruta spirituality vault. So re bua ka spirituality ya batho, ne? But yeah, geography again. I think if we understand that the work that we do here, that it's actually life is sacred science basically, and rona batba malao. We are actually the custodians or the mother body of this. That's where life actually begins, whether in mathematics is spiritual, science is spiritual, everything is spiritual. We just I guess have, like I said, we have created the division between ourselves and nature. So random episodes. We done with us ne? Lisoletu. That's a very beautiful name, Lisoletu. Very, very beautiful name. Your parents did well with that name. Yeah, so I want to hear, I see Kibon Jovugazi here. I wanted to ask you guys, since we come from episode ya Gogoto Lune, I want to ask, and we're seeing the movement of things and all of that. Hore. Okay, I know in woke spaces, there's no feminism and whatnot. What's your understanding of feminism as a people? Yeah, I think let me pose that. Very powerful, Gogi Matla di Khosi Khadi. Thank you, Gogi. Tolo, whatever Tolo Joan Gogi. But yeah, so I wanna ask, can I speak closer? No, I can't speak closer anymore. I used to when I was younger. But yeah, andisakwazi ukuthetha kwangoku yabo. Yeah, it's gone. Mazulu's also gone. But yeah, we want to get to a level where on our space we're just speaking amongst ourselves, because yeah, English is a very weirdly vibrating language, But so I wanted to ask on that. I wanted to ask on what's your guys' understanding of polygamy. What's your experience on polygamy? What's your experience on women who are pleasing themselves first versus going to get married and having babies, like how society dictates, especially from a black perspective, especially from a spiritual perspective. What's your guys feel on that? You can say where it is you're from, country, city, wherever it is. What's your guys feel on that? Especially considering the status quo of where we are at. A lot of colonization, I guess, came and created a lot of households where the mother is the one who's, making this family happen. And with that, it did not make our parents or us or their offspring, whatever it is, less of mothers or fathers, whatever it is that it had produced. But we do recognize the instability of it, of not having a father figure or a mother figure, because I think we speak a lot on absent fathers, we don't speak on absent mothers. There's other mothers who are not present in their children's lives, so I think it's other things we need to speak on. So yeah, and I know Gogo Tolo, she speaks from that perspective, it's into city, whereas with me, I think I take the route here in attempting to repair ourselves and our being as a people, right? For me, it's the greater picture first, that unity first. There you are umotu before unna me umotu, before unna ntate or whatever it is, So I'm from that perspective. I'm from the perspective of if we're saying we're building a household, and I'm also a woman, um, I think it should be it should be okay for me to be allowed to do that, because I just want to sharp, as the genders, if I'm speaking in the binary kind of relationships, right? Where I really treat any sharp, and yeah, women have found themselves, when we look at the stats of our country, for example, women have found themselves in very tough situations where they need to go now, which is why I'm very anti the whole thing of, yeah, women are this, women are gold diggers and all of that. Whereas now the women I'm exposed to, like, women are making stuff happen, whereas the gents, and I do recognize that also systematically the boy child is also closed outside, so I do recognize that one. But I want to speak on this one, Nguti. There's a song that Makafula Velagati has. It's called Squatter Camp Queen. So it gives reverence basically to the divine mother, not the divine mother Auset, but also Auset, but the women body, they make sure the kids are dressed, they make sure this, they make sure that, they make sure that. So in the lyrics of his songs, he says, maybe we shouldn't do Makafula right now. See the youngins are here, ne? Yeah, let's not do Makafula Vilagasi. But basically, women Bachereza, I'm seeing also women that I personally know in this live right now, where I know like these women are making moves, whether by circumstance of either a marriage has ended, or the other parent has haleo, or the other parent has passed away, or whatever it is, but women. Hi, I'm speaking quickly. Arnold, I'm so sorry. I think you're gonna have to backtrack, ne? I think you're gonna have to backtrack and then just press the slower the slower one, ne? But I do apologize. I know I do have the tendency. But like I'm saying, it was a random episode. I just wanted to express that. Yeah, do not see me in spaces and say, I'm Gogo, when you are this, you are that. So yes, I do believe in women also having a say in what they do want to be. I do believe in women being fully expressive and being in control of whether they do want to get married or not want to get married. I do support also women who are also loving to be staying at home moms or housewives. I support all women, but yeah, if you guys have nothing to ask on spirituality, on vaults, what does vaults mean, horobofile, if you have, yeah, no utwala, no polygamy, no, yeah, if there's no questions, I think yeah, we can end the live. It was really great connecting with a lot of you guys again, and yeah, to those who are joining us for the very first time, thank you so much. We mainly do our African calendar on the space here. We do spirituality, yeah, in essence we do spirituality, whether it's numerology, whether it's chakras, intwaso, the black god. We have various teachers as well on these platforms. But thank you so much. I think our next episode is gonna be the one with Uras Heru taking us down the season of Auset. No, I'm lying. We have a live on Sunday, hopefully, with Khosikgadi Lefente. Please do ask what topic you wanted to cover. She is ever ready. But we're going to be starting master classes with Khosikgadi Lefente. She's a Black Root Science scholar. She is an initiated Sangoma. Gogi says, I wanted to ask Gogo Tulu, what does she think about internet dating? Oh, Gogi, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, we're gonna ask her on the next episode. But the next episode that we have with Gogi, we're gonna be asking about children of polygamy. Children and the impact of polygamy or polyamory or polyandry on the little ones. But yes, I think we really, really need to be asking, because like I'm saying, that culture is dynamic, and it's gonna be sad for us that sharp we want Sankofa, but we also not transitioning with where we are currently, this whole thing with it's into city, and we're not evolving is into city. Like some things do not allow certain things to happen. Back in the day, we started only life at 40. We're producing at 40. Today it's medically challenging to have a baby at 40. Not that it doesn't happen. We have specialists that cover such, right? But if we don't have Pindi says I will to be a stay-at-home something, right, Kogi? Oh, same. And yes, Kogi, so much. Thank you so much, Bokuhle. Thank you so much to those who are able to join us. If we don't have questions on any random thing that you want to ask, anything, a herb, a spell, a relationship thing, what else do I do? What do I do? Yeah, a venting that you want, a why so much division, a social issue, a American issue, a DRC issue, an Israel issue. If you have no questions, I think let us vala our session. So I'll give it 10 seconds. So you can just look at my face for 10 seconds and then we'll close. No questions, no randoms, no stone questions. No, okay. No, Makosi Ralebocha so much. You want to pass your test. Okay, what's the question, Ndlovukazi, in terms of passing your test? Mwah, to you, Gogi. Okay, we'll give Kushe 10 more seconds and then we're gonna voila. All right. Yes, thank you for joining us. It's a safe space for everybody. You can ask anything, anyone. As long as we are respectful to each other, we are love and light. Doesn't matter what religion you're coming from. Even though sometimes, and I do apologize in person, I know sometimes I jab on other people's things, but we don't jab. It's lighthearted. Yeah, whatever religion, whatever belief system, whatever orientation, whatever relationship status you're in, everybody's welcome. I need discipline and help in learning. Gogi, I think for you right now, yeah, you need to lean into the season, yeah, Auset warolane. So she also assists in terms of that, in terms of memory, in terms of memory, in terms of knowledge sharing, knowledge retention, and all of that. So Auset is also quite closely linked le Jehuti. We know that Jehuti is our principle of knowledge, the spoken word, the written word, Akashic records, all the knowledge that exists in Mhlabeni or in the cosmos. Or Jehuti is responsible for that, but Auset also has a close relation. Also, they are both moon energies, right? But just personally, Nakoko. I know procrastination is a challenge for most of us. So you can summon the energy of Auset if you're not taken in a spiritual manner, but you still need to put the work in it, Gogo. So please do work closely with the energy of Auset. Please also, maybe you can also try create a routine for you, because unfortunately we're still in a system and we do need to, yeah, I guess the livelihoods at times are very tight bound to system yarona, but Gogo, you know what, you knew what to do. Moti ajima angazi ujima physically or guntswembu yajima. But yeah, so certain things, take care of your sleep, take care of, do things in time, don't procrastinate. That extra pressure adds the anxiety, adds the you're gonna forget a lot of things, and we basically going, oh yeah, jima manje, not always. So exercise also helps a lot, also in emotional regulation, in mood stabilization. Exercise helps a lot in that, Coco. So if you can create a routine for yourself, for okay, at this time I'm gymming, at this time I'm gonna read maybe 10 pages a day. Take it step by step. Learn instead of cramming, which is what the system teaches us. We cram to pass or understand that we never learn and embody these things. If you want, yeah, we have people who are also passionate about teaching. I know I love maths, so if you need help with such, do holla. I love maths. So understanding it, sometimes some people need to understand it from a Bantu perspective, or a black perspective, and not necessarily, oh my gosh, Pythagoras, X and Y and whatnot. So sometimes it's just the translation of those things that does help people. So yeah, you know to reach me, Gogi, if you do need help, academic help. Yeah, we are qualified in the system. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. But Uncle Maat, Gabby just joined us now. Oh, accounting, accounting, ne? Okay, what debit and credit? Yeah, Gogi. Let me think, top of my head. Do I have anybody? Yeah, accounting wasn't my strongest point. I'm a science girl. Yeah, I'm a science. I'm a science girly. But yes, I do have people who do accounting or accountants that will be able to help. You know? But Uncle Ma'at, happy today, happy weekending. Those who are staying indoors, please enjoy the indoors. Those who are traveling, be safe. The roads are flooding. KZN, please be safe. I do think it's getting very important and desperate that we need to have a spiritual cleanse as a country. Yeah. Mara, Ankan Maat, I hope I didn't forget anything. African peace to everybody. I'll see you on Sunday on a live with Khosi Khadi Lefente. And yeah, on Tuesday, our next Auset episode is going to be done by Ras Heru. Yeah, and yeah, so other episodes we're going to have to re-upload, ne? Especially for those who are probably looking for Mkulum Laba. We're gonna have to re-upload because there's other people that were recorded and felt otherwise about their parts in the thingy based on association, or they have handlers, or they have whatever it is. Yeah, or their job is at risk, or their academics are at risk, or whatever it is. But we're just gonna re-edit and re-upload. So if you see like you've seen something before, yeah, please, yeah, it's the episode Yam Laba that we recorded on Kwanzaa, the very random episode that we recorded ka Kwanzaa, and we just need to edit a couple of parts with some people about, because we know, man, we know that the system some people really, there's certain things that they can't say, that bread and butter depends on it, which is why it's really important and it's getting really desperate for us to get our house in order as a people, so we can clothe ourselves and feed ourselves and educate ourselves and what else? What are we doing for ourselves and produce for ourselves? So it's really getting very important. And all these sects and divisions and compartmentalizing and whatnot are not serving us as a people. Haole ke Mopedi, mara ke Mozulu, ke Mondebele, I'm all of it. I am everything. Except for the things that divide us as a people. I am Shona, I am Soto, I'm everything. I am everything, and so are you. So we need to get to that understanding that as a people, we really need that oneness, or not these funny little divisions. But this was nice. If we don't have any more questions, we are out. Peace. I love you too.